Barati pays coin to feed the great eel.
My brothers and sisters have set sail for Neketaka.
He smells one touched by the great eel, does Barati. You are a man who sits across a fire with death, Akira. For glutting mighty Tangaloa and hurling foes into their next life, Barati can offer payment, rewarding those who appease the great eel. This is Barati's cause.
What did you find, Ishi?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
It is high time we spoke away from the exhaustive filter of the court. My children, Kahopa and Tangaloa, it is to them that I answer when dignitaries do not pound at my door.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we'd be honored to pet your children.
A messenger from the jaws of Tangaloa speaks with the voice of wisdom and change, I say. It is fitting that yours should be the voice that tells of Hasongo's fate. What did you see there? The snakes are on edge. Where comes this new boldness? Far be it for me to complain if they make trouble for outsiders. What of Aethys? If you know why he terrorizes the Deadfire, speak on. If Aethys makes for Magrin's teeth, I say the Rathun will grind him to dust for the praise of their warrior matron. Even if they fail, it will be an enemy cleared from my plate. This is the gratitude of Nagati. The fiery children of Magrin, devoted to their mother with a fanatic zeal. Bothersome, but the least of my troubles now. From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magrin's teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory. In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magrin's teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magren's anvil. Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magren's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight. Akira, would that our resources were not so entangled in other parts. I cannot send ships to Magren's teeth any more than I would send paper dolls to a furnace. If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other. I must keep the city's peace, and I have only so many arms and eyes. While the Deadfire screams, I would see Nekataka. What I need is a lasting peace that will outlive my dynasty. But I will accept peace of mind for now. What do you know of my water shapers, Herald of Bareth? Akira, if you recall history, then you know why I am protective over the guild. My water shapers are the levy holding back Rawatai's advance. An adept standing at the prow of a war canoe is enough to send the fleet scrambling for the shallows.
Don't get too cozy, Highness. That false sense of security will get you into trouble.
Akira, I would not want your employers to think me easy prey. This reminds me, I owe the Hazanui a basket of koiki in remembrance of the Battle of Nekaro Atoll. The voices of the dead echo through Tangaloa's mouth, wailing of their missteps in life. While the problems of Aethys and overindulgent admirals plague these waters, I have summoned the masters of water shaping to Nekataka.
Pit your strongest water wizards against their weight in iron and black powder, Highness. We can end this quickly.
Akira, and how long will this contest last in open water? Now would be the time to confer with Guildmaster Myru, but she does not answer my summons. Akira, for this I employ a Guildmaster and a Watcher, but I say the arrangement is flexible to change. The Guild can suffer no setbacks. If Myru shirks her duties, her queen would know the reason. Nagati, do not abandon us now.
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it. The Rawatayans we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo. But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers. This is no small matter. Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward? It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding. I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge. As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region. Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail. That's where it gets complicated. After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition. It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
I hope you got a while, because I got lots to say about their motives and methods.
I'm sure, but imagine what we could learn from them. That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could change the Leaden Key without understanding how it works. By studying its origins, of course. I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible. And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia. Now there's the challenge. Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. But I haven't met anyone here who knows that name. I don't know where in the Deadfire they are exactly, but I was hoping we could look for them together. That's all I ask.
Sure.
Hello there! Come to have a word? I don't... Yes? Gladly, my friend, gladly, and how kind of you to ask. I am the youngest son of a noble house. Now, don't make that face. Poor, desperate fool, you must be thinking. Well, waste not your sympathies on me. Truly, I consider it a boon rather than a punishment. All the comfort and none of the responsibility. What's not to like about that? What else brings faraway travelers to the archipelago? Adventure. I've nursed a great love for heroic tales since my boyhood. As I was loafing about my father's estate, I thought, well, Gervard, isn't it time you made a name for yourself as well? So here I am, and though I dare say I'm little use in a fistfight, I can do a fair bit of magic and draw a lovely map. So I've taken to charting the interior wilderness of the Deadfire's larger islands. But truly, if I could only inspire others as I myself have been inspired by those old tales, why, it would be marvelous. Anyway, enough of my prattling. Surely you've other things to do. Oh, it would be my absolute pleasure. For a price, of course. 3,000 copper? Well...
Sure. Leave it to me.
A Tepu, drawer of maps. I have nothing to sell unless you are needing something else. What I discovered remains to be seen. The Sanctuary Isles were thought to be lost beneath the waves. If I stumbled upon one, I can think of worse finds to credit my name. Death. I did not mean to frighten you. These islands have known great tragedy, and millennia have passed in cheerless silence. Should you land on a Sanctuary Isle, do not expect to find welcome. Our ancestors marked off specific islands across Deadfire as rallying points in case a great misfortune split up the tribes. Even they could not have guessed how important the Isles would become. Some thousands of years ago, volcanoes, storms, and quakes shook the archipelago. Any one of those do happen, but never with such ferocity or all at once. The Huana survived by taking shelter on the Sanctuary Isles to save our society, and not just any one tribe. Since those days, we have not found any of the old Sanctuary Isles. Ngati took some beneath the waves, taking whole tribes with her. Others were lost to time and forgetfulness. I am told that the Wahaki are protective toward the Isles, but that is their business. I was surveying the waters around an atoll when a storm dragged my ship off course. The waters were unknown to me. When a green fleck appeared in my spyglass, I unfurled my sail. The shore twisted around itself, confusing even this old navigator until I found myself at the center. I did not make it far up the beach before I spotted signs of habitation. Marking my coordinates and orienting myself by the evening sky, I made for Neketaka to tell the crown of my findings. Understand, the Deadfire was broken. The lives lost could not be counted, and more has been forgotten than may ever be remembered. Imagine how much history we lost in a single year, much less the millennia that followed. Whatever our people hoped for themselves, we may never know if we got it right or wrong. Ah, if we must. I will not deny curiosity. Go on then. Ah. There is not a Huana in all of the Deadfire who does not take to the open water hoping to catch a glimpse of the lost Ukaizo. If I could walk the beaches of our ancestors, take a fleeting glimpse of what they left behind, mine would be a life well lived. The same thing we all hope for, answers to the long silence that precedes our history. Who we were could tell us who we are. But if I am being selfish, maps, charts. Our ancestors were keen explorers, and a roll of their parchment could teach us more than what we have gathered in the last century.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say.
Thank you again.
Lately, all my dreams are washed in blood. permission to speak freely?
Why not? Leave it to me.
That's beyond.
Go no further. There is a situation in the guild hall. All is under control, I say. But the building is closed until Myru cleans up the mess below. Ikira. Naga blood. Naga swam in from the waterways of our sanctum. We pressed back until they fled underground. Then Myru gathered her forces for a stand at Pariki's tomb. I am to guard the staircase, while she routs the last of them. Kira, but Myru is fierce for her years. I do not know. With great purpose, they throw their bodies back to Rikuhu's bowels. I say this is personal. They strike with anger, not conviction. Not snakes, I say. Unless they brought a battering ram. We are water shapers. Onikaza knows we can walk over a few snakes. Myru, though, I say she would not turn down reinforcements. Ha! I say you will have to run fast. She could cut through Naga like a harpoon through blubber. I will remain and dispatch any snakes who slither past you. Good hunting.
It's like a model of Nekataka. Pretty up top, ugly below.
Why not?
Yeah, got it.
Why not?
Too many, even for me. No time for that, I say. The rod of the deep. I've lost it. Find the rod. Get through the stone door by the entrance. No time. Wards. Failing. Hurry, before it escapes. Pitied Isengati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens. The wheel, how it tugs at me. Akira, and how bright you look. At least in death, I can complete a thought. My rod and the words of Pariki's devotion will open the way to the inner sanctum, past the sealed door. Pitied Isengati, Lady of Lament. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well with tears, as constant as rain. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace, the lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. You must strengthen the wards, no matter what it tells you.
Sure.
That could have gone better.
Something
A
you
quick
wanna
rest
tell
would
me?
help if you don't mind.
solve.
Let's do this. Let's go. After him.
Yeah, no problem.
Got it.
You have my undivided attention, as always. Trying to get on his good side, are ya? He's developed a taste for shark meat since we arrived at the Deadfire. Going back to the Rawatayan diet will be hard on us both.
Yeah? Sure. Leave it to me.
Have they kept it down here?
This'd be a great fishing story.
Ishi, down. This is no time to pick a fight. Of course I know you can take him.
Holy God, but it's beautiful. And I'll...
Have you come to deliver me from this prison of my own making? I am Skirilofus, Guardian of the Isles.
You ever consider a nickname? Just give it some thought, is all I'm saying.
I would see this vessel of yours someday, but we will return to that. You can only be here for one reason. This prison is built on a foundation of their lies. You stand in the sanctum of the Water Shapers, those who make parlor tricks of Ngati's art.
An art in decline. The Huana Covenant has failed. With one struck in a different time, when the gods showered devotion on Huana. The guild hides how their acolytes struggle. Their ancestral forms no longer respond as they once did.
I like what I'm hearing so far.
Daughter of the West, what I intend for the Huana is nothing to what I will inflict upon your fleet. When their mighty talent went into decline, I gave the Huana the strength to raise the very sea again. For my generosity, they bound me to this chamber by my soul. And now the Deadfire dies in my absence. The luminous, the Huana of ages past could have shaped the very Deadfire to their liking. Now their backs have turned against Ngati's covenant. Their art is an echo of its former glory. Clever Pariki twisted the forms of her art. Rather than give obeisance to Ngati, none but the masters of the guild ever knew this. You are a watcher. Of all the kith who could have entered this chamber,
So is mine. And it involves aiming a cannon between your eyes.
would you give me Tangaloa's kiss? My freedom comes like the tide, and the Deadfire heeds my call. I sense a rod among your belongings. My gift to Pariki, my covenant with the Huana. It made the enchantments of this prison and can destroy them. It can set me free. The Huana will struggle. If they are worthy, they will endure. Those who are wise will remember their covenant with ancient Ngati. Is your loyalty to a queen of lies so stiff? She may not know of me, but she is complicit in this crime all the same. You owe her nothing. I will tolerate your curiosity. As outsiders threatened the Isles, the power of the Huana waned. Crafty Pariki sought me out to strike a deal. She used my soul as a crutch for her water shapers. In exchange, she vowed to protect the Adra.
And just barely, if what we've learned here is any indication.
Indeed. The Huana bite off more than they can chew. I came as an honored guest. The water shapers grew strong, and new conflicts replaced the old. When I resolved to go, my captors left me here, cheated and howling in the dark. Not for the taking. Not by you, or any of the outsider spirit thieves. enough that I can leave this cell without you. There will be a debt of betray me, and I will summon as many waves of Naga as it takes to shatter this prison.
Why not?
What can I do you for? Sure thing.
What do you dally? There is work to be done below.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Then I ask you to leave them alone. Do not... promises to cooperate with your animancy games.
The souls of the dear take this reprieve from the...
I saw him first.
Not very helpful.
Hitting the water. Let's reap this whirlwind. Hitting the water.
Nice hit. It's not very helpful.
Let's do this. Let's go.
Let's reap this whirlwind.
This is futile.
This prison has taken too much from me. Do what you will. I am not strong enough to protest. Make no mistake, you are the only monster here. What you call hatred pales before the depths of my loathing.
Onikaza will want your report, I say. All is quiet in the sanctum, as it should be.
I'm feeling weak in my bones, my mind, my blood, Watcher. What I need is to harvest a soul.
What madness has its clutches around Pariki's overlook? The mountain shakes, bellows of anguish echo over the wind. Nothing but panic and contradiction make their way to my ears. Tell me what happened. You do not jest. So his was the heart I felt beating in my city. For what did the Guild endanger my city with this creature? I will hear Myru's report. No, to lose a teacher of Myru's skill while Rawatai points their cannons at us? Send every bird from my master water shapers. Tell them to cleave the ocean in half if they must. They will come to Nekataka now. I once told Myru she was not allowed to retire while Rawatai's fleet darkened my ports. Nagati is not done testing me, I say. Kahanga legends tell us that our ancestors made compacts with the creatures of the Deadfire. Send for Ranga Hauhua of the Wapua tribe, If she could soften the hearts of my cats, I say dragons are not beyond her. Speak on, Watcher. As surely as a tide swelling over the shore, I feel you are not finished. Then Pariki's students had an advantage in their lessons, I say, and Myru's after her, all at the cost of this beast's freedom. If water shaping is not as our ancestors taught it, we cannot reckon how much of the original form we have lost. What became of the dragon, Watcher, if the power of this beast strengthened our guild? What Pariki did was no kindness, I say, but her actions helped students of the guild to learn our most sacred art. This is more valuable to me than every cannon in Rawatai. Thank you, Watcher. Even Pariki must have known this was no solution, only a balm on a wound. When matters in the Deadfire have calmed, I will visit the guild myself and speak to the beast. My water-shaping masters will arrive soon, and I say the guild will be stronger for their guidance. But a queen's work is not finished until she has endured all of Nagati's trials. I could send birds to every Ranga and rally them to our cause, but Neketaka needs more than strength. We need pure Huana fury. We need the Wahaki. My brother calls the Wahaki the last true Huana. He's severe on the Kahanga, but I do not call him wrong. You dealt with them peacefully on Motare Okozi. I am hoping you can make lightning strike a second time. The tribe hates all foreigners. Passing ships are attacked on sight, and explorers never make it back to the beach. I have hesitated to let the trading companies see my teeth, but those days are behind us. Filling the seas with Wahaki war canoes will strike terror in the heart of even Rawatai's Iron Fleet.
Are we still pitting cannons against canoes, Highness?
Cannons exhaust themselves after every battle cry. My warriors do not. Sail for the Isle of Oriokoiki and return when you have an answer from the tribe, whether fair or foul. The island lies northwest of Neketaka. There is a phrase which will protect my royal herald. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. If you remember this, it could save your life. Write it down if you must, but recall it when the time comes. The Wahaki are not a trusting people.
Hey, Aloth. Remember back when you were a low-rank Leaden Key spy?
I generally try not to.
Well, you deserve the promotion. Much prefer you to your old boss.
Why, thank you.
Hello, Swabby. Well, regale me. She always has the most lovely and interesting sorts vying for her attention. Suppose me and you ain't so different in that regard. Say I happen to have a fella wanting for a full shipment of crude luminous Ardra, but I have no Ardra to sell. Loot me no less than 3 crates, and I'll be, let's say, better inclined to do. If you're a particularly daring sort, you might snatch it from under their noses. Them Valiant trading princocks have a stockpile of it in their mill in Queen's Berth. Otherwise, you could raid them in shallow waters as they ship it in. What in Andra's tit was that for? I'll be sure to remember that. Of course, he's my landlubber he contacted. Once, he was a master sailmaker. Lots of Principe crews vied for him, but he lost his footing in the rigging one day. It's a mistake sailors make only once. He shattered both legs. Was he... See to your business, but stay out of ours.
How'd you come by that scar on your brow, Aloth?
This, I found myself in a rather perilous situation with a band of Darghouls.
Darghouls can be real nasty. You're lucky that's all you got to show for it.
I certainly gave them worse. Not to boast, of course.
Can't hide from me.
Could be a fight. Let's do this.
Ah, here you are again. What business brings you to my mill? Ha! I need a large country estate. It is good for the heart to dream impossible dreams. The Adra belongs to the Valian Trading Company, Amico. Unless you plan to open a bar, I cannot. We mill luminous, of course. Take big chunks, break into smaller chunks, crush into dust, pair con plancanet. It is really not so complicated. Okay? You go around asking just anyone in Queensbirth personal questions, maybe you end up dead in a ditch. Lucky for you, I am a woman of honor. I direct luminous milling for the Valian Trading Company. It's a nice job, huh? And you want to know more? I need good day.
Yeah?
Captain? Ishi, quiet time. You were saying? Afraid not, Captain. You were saying? Aye, aye.
Back for more, are ya? Haven't had a... Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal. If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net. Aye, but only once she fesses up that she doesn't have the coin. Call me a fool for holding out hope. She's an old client and a friend. Because I've got a backlog of work through the next turning of the week, and I'm old, damn it. These hips won't carry me to the mare and back without a fight.
In other words, we need to go to the Wild Mare. Well, that's just...
Mare's a right popular place. You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully. It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it? Well, come take a look.